Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome to Nerdrotic Live. My name is Gary Beekler, and this is the Super Chat Square Up for Friday Night Tights from April 24th, 2019. And we're going to be mopping up a couple of other Super Chats here and there from previous Nerdrotic Nooners. So we'll start with Thassio. The Forced Force is female. And of course, we're talking about the female-centric Star Wars, which has since been completely squashed. And we're on to more bad news. It's been nothing but bad news from Star Wars. First, we heard the toys weren't selling. Then they decided to announce a female-centric Star Wars, which might have gone around the backs of the Bobs. Can't go around the backs of the Bobs. And then we learned that Kathleen Kennedy is the one who indeed squashed Galaxy's Edge. There will be a video from me coming later this evening. And if you're watching this on Nerdrotic Live today, of course, I had to re-record this because I messed up on my last one. That's why it took so long. And please check out my Doctor Who video that I just put up on Nerdrotic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Thassio, for the $1.99. Sci-Fi George for $2. The farce is female. The Force is for everyone. It was for everyone, Sci-Fi George. Disney Star Wars is female-centric. Doctor Who is female-centric. Star Trek has admitted that they are female-centric, and Marvel is trying to be female-centric. Unfortunately, women apparently don't like to read bad stories either. Good for them. States Manual for $2. Disney investors sell, sell, sell. I agree. I had Disney stock at one time, but that was carried over from my Marvel stock. It made me feel dirty, and I sold it. Ironcaster for $5. Razor Fist video today was great, and this was from last Friday when he dropped a comic book shop, comic book retailing video, and it was great, and I shared it on my Twitter. Try inviting him on for Friday Night Tights. I will be sending him a DM today. I meant to send it the other day, and I didn't. I'm woefully behind on stuff. I haven't done my Westworld review for this channel, which I will do right after this, actually. Also, check out Metal Gear Mando. I will try to check it out. I will do my best. Thank you, Ironcaster. Lance Alito, sorry. And Odin, sir, I shall be returning to Patreon soon. Missed some work, not due to the thing that shall not be named, but just affording my grandfather's funeral costs. God bless all of you. Be back in full force after my mourning. Lance, you take all the time you need, my friend. I passed that message on to Odin, so he did get it in the DMs. 14 Barber. We need Parks and Recreation style poo fight to solve stuff. Well, I think that's currently what we're in, to be honest with you. And don't do it here, or it'll be actual. Well, did they do it with real poo? I don't know. I did not watch that show, but I heard it's good. Thank you for the £2. Red for £10. Gary, would you consider contacting YouTuber Mr. H Reviews and try to get him as a guest on your channel to discuss stuffs? Also, the upcoming Matt Reeves Batman movie. I did read this. Yeah, I'm probably going to double up on some of them, but better to double up than to miss any. As far as Mr. H Reviews goes, he is welcome to ask me. I am open to talking to anyone who wants to have real conversations. You don't have to agree with me on anything. I don't care about that. But Mr. H Reviews has made a video about me in the past, which he has every right to do. I have no problem with it. But he's been very critical of the Fandom Menace, which he has every right to do. I don't have any problem with it. The Fandom Menace is a hashtag, and it's not above criticism. That being said, yeah, he can reach out to me. And as far as Matt Reeves' Batman movie, as far as anything that comes out from Hollywood that was made before the thing that shall not be named, and maybe for another year, I'm gonna assume it's woke, or it's gonna have a woke factor. It might be under 5, which is, I can take that, but we'll see. All right. Swinging Cod for $5. Gary, Jeff John was the one that greenlit and unshired Aquaman and Shazam and was fired and replaced with Sugihara after Justice League bombed. Yes. And he's the one who got the blame. And as I said in Friday Night Tights, Jeff Johns is a great comic book writer. I don't think he's a very good movie producer. I think he probably has some of the best knowledge of DC Comics out there. I know in Hollywood, he has more knowledge of, let me put it this way. Jeff Johns knows more about DC than Kevin Feige does about Marvel. Jeff Johns has forgotten more about DC than Kevin Feige knows about Marvel Comics. But Kevin Feige is a movie producer, and Jeff Johns is a comic book writer who has higher aspirations, and that's good. And he's done some good out there. But I think he's best in comics, and he has missed. Not every comic book he writes is great, but a lot of them are. He has written a lot of classic comics in my eyes. Vaughn Doofus for $1.99. I'm watching you guys, not Disney Plus. Take my money. Thank you very much, Vaughn Doofus, and we will appreciate it. Unlike Disney Plus, we'll say thank you. Thank you for the $1.99. And I will try to entertain you with new content that doesn't come out once every year, okay? Cereal and whiskey for $5. Where on the woke spectrum is Kevin Smith? On the woke spectrum, that's a good one. So going from, let's say, we're going from 0 being least woke, 10 being most woke. Now, we're going to have an aside with this. There is, you are just genuinely woke, and then there is, you're woken for the cheddar. I'm going to say Kevin Smith is a 7 factor. I think in real life, he's probably like a 4 or a 5. But he ramps it up a little bit to keep working in Hollywood. There you go. Elton John, do you think the current movie situation is because all the stories have already been told? Thank you, Elton John, for $5. Part of that, yes, there is, because they have ramped up the production of films and TV shows, yes, I think you're burning through how many stories can be told, but there's still an infinite way to tell them. And the best way to tell a story is through a good character. And we've lost characters. We've gained more character traits. We know that so many characters now are bisexual or part of the alphabet community. We know where these fictional characters like to put their junk. But then we don't know much about the character. We're told that the character is a great scientist. Yet when you see actual science or fake science being practiced in these television shows, I don't buy it. See, the audience has to buy into what you're selling. Alex Kurtzman simply thinks that a character becomes great. A character becomes a great scientist, and this by saying it. People surround Michael Burnham and tell Michael Burnham that she is just brilliant all the time. So therefore, we're supposed to think Michael Burnham is brilliant. Yet the actress, Sonequa Martin Green, is incapable of showing us that she's brilliant because she doesn't have the charisma or charm to do that. That she's partially hamstrung because they made her raised by Vulcans, which was, I think, was an excuse to put that was put in as a character trait to make up for her lack of ability. Call it like I see it, folks. Call it like I see it. 6 white dudes. Where is the diversity? Where is Ivan when you need him? MAC Wabbit 78. The helpful Mexican. Well, he was mowing my lawn at the time. I'm just kidding. Ivan, I hope you're well. Hope your family is well. I love Ivan. Rakis Wolfstar for $10. I've been collecting Joshua Middleton covers for years. No, I'm not going to do that. That's terrible. I've been collecting Joshua Middleton covers for years. I can separate art from artist, but I'd like to know if he's SJW woke or not. If anyone has any insight, love everyone. Love everyone's content. Stay healthy. Josh Middleton, I haven't heard anything. So, and here's the difference. Of course, these creatives can have their politics, and I don't mind if they criticize the president on Twitter. If it's genuine criticism from them, I might disagree with some of it. I might agree with some of it, but when it's constant attacks, the funniest thing I see, and again, I haven't heard anything about Joshua Middleton. Some people out there in the comment section might know, and feel free to put it in there, but I have not heard anything. I assume everyone working in comics is progressive, and it just depends how much. But my favorite thing on Twitter is everyone in our sphere is constantly attacked for being negative, being hateful, being alt-right. But if you go to most of our Twitter feeds, not all of us, Jeremy, no, I'm just kidding. You don't, Doomcock, for example, and yours truly, we just talk about the movies. We talk about the content. I might delve into reality. Oh my God, I did it like once recently. I put up some facts and figures, and man, did that trigger some people. Woo, did that trigger some people. Somebody was tweeting at me all night, and I almost told the person's like, I didn't read any of this. I don't know what you're doing. I didn't mean to stir anybody up. I just meant I put out some facts and figures that I looked up on Google. You can go ahead. I don't delete tweets. I don't block anybody, and I do not mute anybody, but I do move on. I don't get into Twitter arguments. I'm 50. I've got better things to do. Ron W. for 1999. Great show. Question. Do you feel with the economic situation the world will be in when lockdown ends, one of the movie companies will decide to just make normal films to be different to try and survive? Quote unquote normal films. This is a touchy subject with a lot of people in the alphabet community, because I have friends in the alphabet community. I do. And they watch the show and they read the comments. And one of the things, now I'm not saying you're saying this, Ron W., but I want to bring it up, okay? Because it's a very touchy situation with them. And I know you didn't mean this. And this is what I always explain to them when I can. When I read the comment, I see what it says. What is normal? What is normal? All right. So, one of the complaints that the alphabet community has that I will agree with, okay? This is something I'm going to agree with. The word normal, they are set outside that, okay? In the normal sphere for a lot of their lives, they were called abnormal, okay? And I know this has nothing to do with the question, but I'm bringing it up anyway. They get their feelings hurt, okay? And they get angered when they hear that they are not normal, all right? To make it clear, they're normal. What's normal? As far as normal filmmaking, I know exactly what you're talking about. Traditional normal filmmaking. It doesn't mean we are excluding any diversity or inclusivity. We're talking about story. So a lot of people will take what Ron said and either purposely misconstrue it or misconstrue it because that word normal is in there. So I want to let you guys know, and you might probably already know this, that's the basis of a lot of arguments. People, if you're from the alphabet community, normal is a trigger word. They will go, what? I'm not normal? Of course they are. But what we mean by normal storytelling, I'm guessing, I can't get into Ron's head, but I'm guessing what I mean by it is, we're just going to focus on the story. That's going to come first. And we will put these characters in a story, and we will build something creative, and we'll see what comes out of it. And traits don't come in until later, only if they add to the story, okay? Which could be a member of the alphabet community. So I would say that, yes, they're going to get less political. That would be my use for it. I think they will get less partisan, because normal is really subjective. But very good question. I think a good start would be not going on press tours and alienating half your fan base. Because quite frankly, the bigotry that's been coming from Hollywood has been towards Christians in particular, and people on the right. And what gets caught up is people in the center. And it's something we've been talking about for a long time here. But just wanted to let you know that is normal is the one word that absolutely, and in a way, you got to understand, rightly so, triggers them because remember, some of our friends in the alphabet community, who we have many in the chat and many subscribing to this channel, they have been told they are not normal. And I can understand why they get upset about that. I do. Dave Rubin, I was watching Dave Rubin yesterday, and he was talking to Crowder, and he made a great analogy about his friendship with Ben Shapiro. So Ben Shapiro is deeply religious. He's Jewish, and he is his religion isn't down with gay marriage, but it doesn't mean it's against it necessarily. That depends on the individual, and Dave Rubin is gay. So he talked about how he can have a friendship with Dave Rubin, or with Ben Shapiro, and he said, well, Ben Shapiro is not going to get gay married, but he's not going to come after my marriage. And that's the beauty of America. And I 1000% agree. You can have your religion, you can have your beliefs, as long as you're not forcing them on anyone else, we can still be friends. If you're making, and you got to look at it, and that's why there's still a lot of good things to individuality. All right, those two people can be friends because they're making individual choices and they're not part of some hive mind or some collective that all has to agree lockstep. Screw that shit. So I thought that was a great analogy. Very eloquent. Great question, Ron W. Thank you very much. Bogue for 20 Mexican dollars. Google Bay / Chinese hospital. Google Bay Bogue for 20 Mexican dollars. Google Bay / Chinese hotel snub for why they flopped. Chinese hotel snub and Google Bay for why they flopped. This is the problem with doing Super Chat square ups. Oh my God, I need help. So, Bogue, I'm going to bring this one up on Friday Night Tights. Hopefully you are there, and you can give me some context for that. Google Bay Chinese hotel snub for why they flopped. It must have been Disney. We were talking about Disney and one of the parks not doing very well over there. That's the only thing I can think of. I am sorry, Bogue. But definitely repeat that question, or I'll repeat it on Friday Night Tights. Hopefully you're there and we can figure it out together. Tactical is practical 10 for $2 Canadian. Can I use as a safety cone when on patrol? Yes. I formally give you permission to use as a safety cone. He won't mind at all. By the way, permanent member of Friday Night Tights, folks. Permanent member. Ian Slater for $2. Are Karens in the UK called Jodies or Whitakers? They're called Jodies. Jodies. Black Tiger 001 for $5 as Mary F or Kill round 2. Heather Antos, Dana Schwartz, and Brie Larson. Again, good luck. So self-deletion is not an answer here. Oof. All right. Well, I'd have to marry Brie Larson because she makes the most money. And I would Heather Antos maybe, and I would banish Dana Schwartz because she's not into us anyway. At least she says she isn't, but we know she is. We know she is. But I can't kill, but banish. I can't even metaphorically do it. Sorry, I'm a wuss. Adam Mirabellis for $5. Screen Rant. Joe Martin is actually the next Doctor. Fugitive of the Judoon, out of sync with Timeless Child. Lord help us all if it's true. Worst era of Doctor Who. It doesn't count. It's not an era. It's the end of the era. And I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. That's what the rumor was going around. By the way, I just did a Doctor Who video. Go check it out on the main channel. Adam Wolford, Spider-Man 2099 was awesome. I hate the new suit. After all this woke trash is over, I would love to see a live-action movie. Also, Batman Beyond movie 2. Wouldn't that be a great crossover? Spider-Man 2099 and Batman Beyond. Oh, yes. Of course, out of the woke era. I would love to see a proper Spider-Man movie still. Because, you know, I mean, we got him with Sam Raimi, but we haven't gotten one since. Southeastern Kaiju for $2. Overwrite the past to control the future. Hashtag resist. Yes, that's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. God, I wish I could have put that in my last video. Ironcaster for $2. Remember when the absorbing man turned into cocaine? I can't remember that one. I'll be honest with you, but I'm going to I want to read that. Which one was that from? I'll look it up. But I don't remember that. That is brilliant. Kyle Gardner, why do you all think Bob Kane would have to... Oh, what do you all think Bob Kane would have to say with the way Batman has been treated? He wouldn't like it. And then he would tell everybody he created Batman all by himself and screw over Bill Finger. Modalicious for $2. Snorted to death, John Belushi and Chris Farley. They didn't snort. I don't believe they snorted. I'm pretty sure they both shot up. Edgy number 1 for £5, wondering if Kathleen Kennedy has Iger in check with the Variety leak. He'll be damned if he green lights female Star Wars and damned if he don't. Career killer? Kathleen Kennedy can't be fired. It's pretty clear. It's beyond clear, especially with the news we just learned that she squashed Galaxy's Edge. And, by the way, remember, Bob Iger is the one who said he made that decision. Nobody's bringing this up. It was just a few months ago. Bob Iger was the one who said he made that decision, and now we're finding out it was Kathleen Kennedy's. So here's the game that's being played right now, and this is going into a video, which I'm recording right after this. That's why the Nerdrotic Nooner is going to be late, and my Westworld review is going to be late. It'll be a very brief video. But Iger stuck his neck out for this woman, took responsibility on that he didn't need to, and she effed him over. So I think dude goes out and on this podcast, leaks this information as a to Kathleen Kennedy. It's a straight up war behind the scenes. It's a war behind the scenes, and I love it. And yes, I promise not to do any more Star Wars videos. And I mean, I don't mean to disappoint anybody. Hopefully you stick around the channel. I cover a lot of other things, and quite frankly, I didn't talk about Star Wars for a long time. I kept my promise after The Last Jedi for a while. I did not talk about Star Wars until I had to. People wanted to know. But Star Wars is dead. So I'm probably going to do a short video on this Kathleen Kennedy thing and call it that's it. I might even call it my last Star Wars video. And you know what? Maybe I'll cover one where she's not getting fired, though. That would be the only way I could. And, I will put it with this one aside. If they make a Darth Vader movie, I'm going to do a video on that. Or if they remake the original trilogy, then I'll be back. But if it's just going to be, here's more Clone Wars and the Force is female, I mean, I don't know. I hate to make promises like that because then I got to go back. So I don't know. If they do like a High Republic movie with Best Avar, I probably have to do a video on that too. But it's not going to be on every little piece of news. And I try to stay away. I've only done 3 Star Wars videos this year. So yeah, I'm going to be upping my video count, by the way. It's been slowing down because they're hard to make. But, I usually take like a day off in between. I'm going to stop doing that. Not during lockdown. So I'm going to start putting out more stuff because you guys have been asking. I've actually gotten complaints that I haven't put up enough content. So that's a thing. That's real. And you're right. I haven't. So I listen to you guys. Mellow E for $5. Hi all. Just wanted to say that Crash Team Racing is better than Mario Kart. Fight me, Jeremy. Jeremy would fight you on that one. I personally, I don't know. Dylan Johnson for $5. Best content ever. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. Friday Night Tights has turned into a great show. And again, I would like to formally thank Odin and Jeremy for talking me in to this platform. It was headed that way anyway. But as you guys can tell, I putter. I get around to stuff eventually, but I only do it when I feel like it's creatively right. Does that make sense to you guys? I don't like rushing into things. I check stuff out before I go into it. I don't go into stuff willy-nilly, believe it or not. I don't make my videos without doing a couple hours of research on stuff to make sure I'm, not leading you down the wrong path and not misinforming people. Again, that's with the new stuff. My opinion is my opinion. Still, I try to do my due diligence. Does it always work? No. I am an imperfect human. Not a bot for €2. Guys, did you see Kurt Metzger on Joe Rogan? Yes, I contacted Kurt Metzger, and hopefully we're going to get him on the show. By the way, he talked about your boy Zach, and it's going to be in one of my videos. I'm just waiting for the day that the catch cry, "The fandom menaces female/SJW" is heard. Bangs my head on my desk. There is a YouTuber out there who kind of calls us that. That YouTuber, it's, I don't know how you can do, I don't know how you could stay on one subject for so long. I just don't know. That's why, you know what? I genuinely feel bad for Star Wars Theory and these other channels who went down just the wrong path, who are just so dedicated to one thing, because now you are permanently attached to that thing. And when that thing is over, like everything is, then you're over. So it's best to be a well-rounded nerd. You don't have to be, but if you want to create content, like I'm going to have to start embarking into games at some point. I know it. Keller Ranch has a message deleted. That is $100. Oh my God, what happened? I think we jumped ahead and read that one, though. Keller Ranch, and I don't know what happened. I apologize, and if I could refund you, I would. So Keller Ranch, if you're out there, email me, Gary@nerdrotic.com. Tell me what you wanted to say, and if it didn't get read, I'm pretty sure we popped that on because I saw the $100. I don't know. Sometimes YouTube deletes these messages, or he could have deleted the message. But contact me, Keller Ranch, if you want to be refunded, because I can refund you. So Gary@nerdrotic.com. I'm sorry that happened. Snark Boojum. Az must replace Yaz in the Doctor Who and play first trans companion. He will be transitioning from human to Pokemon. Ah, yes. That's horrible. Az was wearing a Pokemon onesie on Friday Night Tights, and we should do a skit with Az instead of Yaz. That is the greatest idea. And you know what? I'll ask Quarter Black how I think I know. I think they pretty much green screen how Crowder does his skits, and I think that's something worth doing. I think that's most definitely something worth doing. Snark Boojum, thank you very much. The Legion of Reason for $2. Linguistically, there is a third gender, it. Okay. It. Yeah, is that if you're a clown? Bad joke. Flavius Alicanther for £5. I've dated a Karen. She made me walk every aisle in the hypermarket, even though I only wanted the kiosk for cigs, in case we missed a bargain. Oh, hail! Flavius Alicanther, I'm glad you called them cigs. Thank you for the £5. I have not dated a Karen. We actually have a Karen working at the salon. She's not a Karen. She's cool. Will Gentry, a cop from another country, went to interview a guy because he retweeted a limerick about trans people. They literally said, "I want to check your thinking." What? thank you for the 5 British pounds, Will Gentry, and Europe. Rise up. No. No. Or come over here. Maybe your time has passed over there, but you still have a chance here. Come on over. Off topic, is South Park in trouble with Hollywood? Flicks by Cody for $2. No. South Park proves that the bottom line still drives Hollywood. South Park brings in tons of cash, folks. It's one of the last cable TV shows that's like a guaranteed it brings in money. It's not very expensive to produce. Just look at all the money Seth MacFarlane has made for Fox with his animated shows. Think about it. Now, I don't think South Park has made as much as Seth, but they've made a lot. Rotten Tanuki. Hey, Az, check out your tweet for the finished artwork. Please show Jeremy. Oh, hi, Gary. Oh, hi, Rotten. Thank you for the $5. TC the Mandalorian for £2. Disney Plus claim eating contest force is a female buffet. Claim. Fucking, I'm going to read that again. TC the Mandalorian, always being the classy person it is. Disney Plus clam eating contest force is a female buffet. Well, it'll be more interesting than what they produced, that's for sure. Sci-Fi Freak for $5. Did you hear about a comic store owner getting arrested for opening a store in the U.S.? It was a few days ago, I think. Yeah, I don't know if it was, I think it was a hobby shop owner. It was a hobby shop owner who wanted to sell like World of Warcraft stuff, and he got arrested. Yes. If I do another comic book video, that will be included. I will bring it up the next live stream. Andy P, latest pitch idea for the Star Wars universe, Priscilla, Queen of Tatooine. You just gave him a pitch, Andy P. You just gave him a pitch. Son of the Wolf, having been in the Army for 7 years, hearing you say, what do I have to be on time for? Legit made my eye twitch. Hail, everyone. Son of a Wolf. Yeah, I can understand that. Freedom, my friend. I wasn't in the military, but I was locked up for 3 years of my life, and I had to be just as on time as you were. And if I wasn't just as on time for you are, I didn't get push-ups. I got the whole. Law-abiding Karen says NA for $2. Yes. Well, I don't know what's worse. Or I would get some flashlight therapy. Lord Funkicus, hail the panel. Any thoughts on the new pressure campaign against Steam and Blizzard to institute censorship on alleged wrong thinking and hate speech? Blizzard will fold like a card table, but Valve Steam has resisted these previously. Thank you for the $20. I believe that Valve and Steam will resist it as long as possible because they're not as woke as Blizzard. But eventually they will cave, and then it's going to be a big problem. Steam isn't caving because the gaming community, for the most part, the gaming community is, I don't want to call it a community. Gamers, most of them don't put up with that shit. And good for them. The children are our future. R2DS squared. R2D squared. For £1.99. Spider-Man Far From Karen. Oh, that's right. We were doing Karen in the movies. That's right. Spider-Man Far From Karen. It was actually pretty close to Karen, that one. The Grand Inquisitor for $5. For a box full of wine, a few bottles more, the cashier, the Karen, and the coupon. Thank you for the $5. Mother Brained for $2. For a few Karens more. That's right. Classical English liberal for £1.99. Dude, where's my Karen? The Grand Inquisitor for $2. The Karen who loved me. Oh my God. Classic English liberal for £1.99. Attack of the Killer Karens. Daniel James for $2.99. Karen Judgment Day. 200 Watt Studio for $2. Karen Hard. Karen Does Jakku. Ooh. The Grand Inquisitor for $2. You only live love twice. You only live, laugh twice. What? You only live, laugh, love twice. Sorry, Grand Inquisitor. I was waiting for a Karen in there. You only Karen twice? You can do that. Thank you, Grand Inquisitor. R2D squared, a series of unfortunate Karens. Mother Brain for $5. Star Karen, The Wrath of Karen. NA for $2. Like stoner metal, Gary? Check out Green Lung. I will. I've heard about that, and I do love stoner metal. Although I like stoner humor too. Flavius Alicanther, Mel Nimbone, or is how I say it. So, Mel Nimbone, Menimbone, okay. Or Why does he say or Mel Nimbone. I've always had the hardest time with that. Thank you, Flavius Alicanther. Chris Stanley for $10. What's up, guys? Just getting out of work, waiting for my pizza order. Great stream. Awesome, Chris. Thank you. I hope that was a wonderful pizza. Jimmy Luke for $10. I'm trying to donate $1. Is this working? Is this button working? Jimmy Luke for $10 more. Yeah, it's working, Jimmy. Stop. And then he gives $10 more and says, push. You're being funny. Viperus69. By what I understand, the Clone Wars series is supposed to cover the time gap between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. So the main continuity error problems are to do with those two movies, in particular, what's said in Revenge of the Sith. Gotcha. Toxic Man Flu for $10. Teenage Mutant Ninja Karens. Teenage Mutant Ninja Karens. Thanks for the distraction and laughs. Sorry I missed the Karen run. It's so hard to type through gloves. You guys have made my day brighter. Thanks, Toxic Man Flu. That's what we're here for. We're trying. The Case of the Smiling Karen from Crazy Les Farkas for $7.99 Australian. Obi-Wan 27883. I sent you an email. High importance / urgency. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to pause this and read his email. Okay, I have read Obi-Wan's email, and that was to invite me to the interview that Jeff did with the Lucasfilm person, but apparently at last minute, they decided to just do a one-on-one. So because Jeremy and I were both supposed to join. As a matter of fact, Jeff put in a super chat for us to join, but last minute, they decided one-on-one. Totally fine. Not worried about it. Classical English liberal. Hot Karen. Wow, that was terrible. Thank you. Sorry. Hot Karen. Zero Duality for $2. Teenage Mutant Ninja Karens. Alistair Tester, and that was for $2. Thank you. Zero Duality. Alistair Tester for $5. Has anyone read Grant Morrison's The Filth? Yes. It's not my favorite story by him. It was good. I read it once. Never read it again, and it sold like 9 copies in my store. That's not saying it. I mean, like if you liked it, cool. Grant Morrison's always like, his worst is better than most. Let's put it that way. Bogue for 20 Mexican dollars. Abandon Western franchises. Become weebs. We might all have to become weebs. I'm down with you. Like right here, dude. That's right. I stole my son's. I did. Did you like that Doctor Who cover, Chris Mead? I did. Thank you, Chris Mead, for $2. Adam Wolford for $5. Hey, Az, would you like to have a stream with world-class bullshitters about Warhammer 40K and explain the awesome world of Warhammer? Gary can join too. Adam Wolford. Oh, well, I'm glad I can join. No, I'm just kidding. For $5. I will ask Az. Why doesn't Jeff ask Az? Why don't we? Thank you for the super chat, but Az has DMs on Twitter, and you can just follow him and ask him. I'm sure Az is open to anything. Trust me. Just kidding. Ben Rath for $10. Oh, Karen, where art thou? Oh, that's good. The Dark Karen, Fantastic Karens, and where to find them. Karens of the Caribbean, Wonder Karen, Band of Karens, Naked Karen, Karen's Day Off, Planes, Trains, and Karens. Thank you, Ben Rath. You're taking them all. Champions of the Culture War. Hail, never relent. Poland 805. Thank you for the $2, and I won't. Jeremiah Gehrig for $5. Nothing to say, but thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. The Gilk Man. What's up, Thomas? The Gilk Man cometh and taketh away. Love you all. Thank you for the $1.99. TC the Mandalorian, the epitome of class on the internet. Saying Diamond is going to be fine is like a doctor from The Who telling a patient with a ventilator his odds of survival. You're absolutely right there. Muffet 1 for $20. He just sends a sticker. It's just a sticker. And thank you very. Oh, you get the stick. The sticker moves, and it says you are amazing, and it moves when you go over it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Bogue for 20 Mexican dollars. Shut up, Karen. Repeal the 19th Amendment. Does anyone name their kid with the N-word, though? Somebody for $2? No. Not that I know of. Why would they do that? That's terrible. IK1906 for $5. MCU dies with openly woke Eternals. They're pulling a Birds of Prey and pushing agenda over story, and normies don't know the Eternals. It's the perfect storm. You're absolutely right, IK1906. I've been saying that from the start. What is the very first thing you heard about the Eternals after the announcement that there was going to be an alphabet character in it? That was it. That was the first thing. The Flash for £5. Just hello. Thanks again for real great entertainment. You're all my yeah. The Flash for £5. Just a hello. Thanks again for the great entertainment. You're all my new uncle. Awesome. I'm an uncle. I have 3 lovely nieces. Rob Killam for $2. Here because of Critical Drinker, enjoying the stream. Rob, thank you. And I thank Critical Drinker, one of the best YouTubers ever. Thank you. Crazy Cat Guy for $10. Thanks to Gary and the panel for another great Friday Night Tights. Non-Nerd Wife says, try to stay clear of trunchions. I don't know what that is. I'm an uneducated pleb. I'm exactly what the BBC thinks I am. No, I'm just kidding. All right, 3 more super chats. Metal Gear Mando. Did someone say Metal Gear Karen? I don't think they did. Metal Gear Mando. Thank you for the $5. Captain Spire for $5. I think we're running into another divide in the fandom. The objective dialogue we have has been to women power discussion with no critic, with no critiques. Oh my God. Sorry, Captain Spire. I'm going to reread that. I think we're running into another divide in the fandom. The objective dialogue we have has led to woman power discussion with no critiques. Yeah. You mean within the fandom menace or the fandom in general, Captain Spire? I mean, it's a good question. Actually, if it's for both, it's a good question. What has infiltrated the entertainment industry is most definitely the intersectional feminism. So when we say woke, I had this came up in my live stream on the Nooner. It's a broad term, and I should probably use the term intersectional feminism more, quite frankly, because that's a lot of what's going on with Batwoman, with Doctor Who, and Westworld. So it's more of the intersectional feminism than it is woke. So if that's what you mean, Captain Spire, but email me. Let me know what you meant. You're a good dude. Swinging Cod there is a metaphorical semi-enclosed body of water populated by 16th century nautical bandits where you can get Gotham High for no money. Okay, Swinging Cod. You probably know what that is. So that was the last super chat. Now we're going to get to a couple of Nerdrotic Nooner super chats. So I'm going to pause so you're going to see me and then come back. So one moment. I'm going to read Eskimono Phonos again from the Nerdrotic Nooner from a couple days ago. Friday night tights makes my pants tight. That's our new tagline there. That's our new FNT. Friday night tights will make your pants tight. That's right. Ooh, that rhymed too. Okay, pausing again. Man, I really should have put this one in my video, and I missed it. So I'm going to read this one from Jeff Pfeiffer for $5. The canon of Doctor Who and others is part of the enjoyment and mystique of these shows. Their history is the foundation of their longevity. God damn, I should have put that in the video. Shit. Okay, pausing again. Mick Wynn for £5. Nerdrotic, love your show, supporting you from across the pond in the UK. Love it when you hook up with Az here from Heel vs. Babyface. Yes, I had a great live stream with him yesterday where we were bagging and boarding and organizing comic books. Went on for like 3 hours, and it was a pure joy. So go check it out on his channel. Now, folks, a lot of you have been asking why I'm so behind on everything. It's because I was dumb enough to take a day off. I took a day off over the weekend, and fracking all this news hit, and that's why I'm behind on a Star Wars video and a Doctor Who video and a Star Trek video and the Westworld live stream. So I'm going to try to get caught up today. Again, everything's happening today. There'll be a Nerdrotic Nooner sometime, and but you're going to see this right away. And I'm going to pause again. Okay. All right. And the last one on this round will be from Rebecca Gold, who put in a super chat after I went off the air on my last Nerdrotic Nooner, which of course is Ian. What's up, Ian? Let's all not watch the new Doctor Who. Let's get those ratings down to the lowest of the low so they can cancel this crap version and bring it back better. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It's a bit of a conundrum because people want me to review Doctor Who. I don't mind crapping on it, but even watching it somewhat supports it. And quite frankly, even when you're roasting something, you're helping it a little bit. So the most damage we can do is walk away. Now, an argument can be made, and it depends on like how much actual real influence YouTubers have, which it is my belief, zero. The influence comes from you guys. I mean, I know that's obvious, but it's you guys. I've always said live streams are more influential than an individual video. While the individual video will get to more people because that's the way YouTube sees it, because it's easier to commercialize the shorter videos. The influence comes from the live streams, and you get that real-time data from real nerds, because it's not a lot of casuals coming over to specific nerd things like Doctor Who. Like, for instance, when I put up a Doctor Who video, not a lot of Star Wars fans are going to watch the Doctor Who video. Now, yeah, there might be a couple people who just like my videos for me. Thanks, Mom. Hi. But that's the reality is it's the subject. So, yes, Ian, voting with your wallet, always been the best way to go. And that will eventually hurt the BBC. Even the BBC needs money. So, there were some other super chats, and I'm going to have to comb through the previous Nooners, and I'm going to start I'm going to do a couple of different things with the super chat square ups going forward. I'm going to try to avoid them as much as possible, but they are going to be recorded like a video now. So in the future, it'll look like one of my videos. I'm going to have your super chat cropped out, and we're going to do it that way. I just didn't have time today. And again, we're going to try to avoid them. And I'm going to start pulling some of the best questions of the week to put them on Friday Night Tights to give them to the panel too. And that will be Mrs. Nerdrotic doing that. So thank you everyone who donates to the channel. Quite frankly, it really, really helps right now. The salon has been closed. We had to furlough the employees, and it's not looking good right now. I'll be frank with you, not looking good. Melissa is very successful, extremely successful. She's the upper tier of hairdressers, and salons are not unlike restaurants. So remember when I said we're going to move past comic shops and get into more serious territory? We're there in San Francisco. That's why I am obviously selfishly for opening things up regionally and trying it. A salon professional is trained in health and safety. They do have a permit. Some people might feel differently, and that's okay. That's okay too. We're all trying to figure this out together. So, in the meantime, I am going to do a Nerdrotic Nooner later, and I've got to do the Westworld review real quick and a video. So, see you a lot today. Catch you guys later. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and not all who wander